and it's just amazing seeing a lot of familiar faces. It feels like a family meeting this morning. But as a chairperson of the Technology Innovation Agency, I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you all. A very warm welcome. By the way, in Johannesburg, which is where I live, it's hotter than Cape Town for once. So a very warm welcome to you all. I'd also like to welcome the Director General of the Department of Science and Innovation, Dr. Phil Mjwara, and his esteemed colleagues, our representatives of the diplomatic community, our ambassadors, and then also our South African ecosystem of early stage startups, our innovators, our investors, our capacity builders, our corporates, and most importantly, our founders. These are the change agents of our country. These are the job creators. These are the ones that are making something out of nothing, and these are the ones made in Africa for Africa. Why are we here today? I'm sure you all have an idea, but just to remind you, it's a showcase and celebration of our innovators and inventions in South Africa. Deliberations on how best do we support our innovation ecosystem, network and meeting co-founders, meeting people that are here to support startups and people that are here dedicated to innovation in our country. South Africa is a proud nation. South Africa is a beautiful nation. I'm sure when you mention that you're from South Africa, everybody will be like, Nelson Mandela, Desmond Tutu, and sometimes, that man that always wears a red beret. I won't mention his name. But we are a very capable and competent nation. We have an advanced entrepreneurship ecosystem with many capacity builders and support. But with all of that, why are we lagging behind our peers? Why is it that we have a very fragmented ecosystem? Why are we competing with each other and not working with each other? Yes, the resources might be limited, but we have to work as a collective. A huge funding gap. A lot of people, most people would say there is money in South Africa, but where? If I'm an entrepreneur in a small little village in Putadichaba, Gwagwa, which is where I'm from, I have no idea of an ecosystem of support that is here to really build me as an entrepreneur, as a technology innovator. How do we co-invest? With the limited resources that we have, the best thing to do is to work together. How do we ensure that public and private sector and civil society, the women and men on the ground, are collaborating with each other? We have world-class accelerators and incubators, but why are we not producing scalable innovations and businesses at vast? Commercialization of publicly funded intellectual property is happening, but at a very, very slow rate. Beneficiation of our own natural resources, our indigenous knowledge systems, is very important. Our ability to attract international talent is quite limited at this stage in time. We are losing our top talent to the world. Nobody wants to register their intellectual property in South Africa. It's expensive. It's difficult. I see a lot of people nodding their heads. We have to refine and reform our policy environment. It is going to happen, and it's going to happen in our time. As a country with lots of problems, why are we not solving our own problems? And why are we importing a lot of the technology and the solutions? The next 3 days are very important. We're going to deliberate on the challenges, but most importantly, we're going to come up with solutions. Come up with a plan on how will we make South Africa the innovation capital of the continent. Yes, we can, and the time is now. As the Technology Innovation Agency, we are a proud partner of the SA Innovation Summit. With the Department of Science and Innovation as our custodian, our message is very clear. TS time is now. We want to be your partner in innovation. We want to be an enabler and a funder of ideas. We want South Africa not to be its own worst enemy. We are aware of our potential. It's time for the government, private sector, and civil society to work together. It's time to take our rightful place in the global innovation sphere. Some things about this year that's very, very special. It's an innovation conference to set the tone for a post and beyond COVID era. It's you that are here today in person and online. You should consider yourself lucky. You made it through a pandemic. You are alive with possibilities. Ask yourself the question, what can I do to enable innovation in South Africa? On behalf of my colleagues at the Technology Innovation Agency, our board members and our executive leadership, I wish you the most rewarding 3 days. This is our country. Let us make it work. Thank you very much.